And we're live.
Wild.
Yes.
Back at it again. We're on what
Can't
episode? That's right. We keep the people fed.
Exactly. Giving them the content they deserve as they get ready for work. If they're
I
in
know.
America. Otherwise, if you're in Asia like us, then you're getting ready for bed. You're trying to unwind. You know,
Hey,
like
we can unwind. We can unwind with you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're letting the people we're wining and dining them. Maybe you're eating dinner right now.
We're good dinner content.
Yes, exactly. Like you're eating your food and you're watching us and you're leaving comments. Oh, hold on, I should open the comment section. Let me tell some people that were here and we'll see what's happening. Did you look at the moon yesterday? I mean, probably also today. It's pretty big.
I did. I took a night walk. Yeah, it was great. I feel shift. Something's shifting in my life.
Yeah. I also feel that way too. Do you know why? I read that so the science is that your your prefrontal cortex stops developing at the age of 25. But then I read a stat a few days ago. Don't ask me the source, guys. And the stat was like your prefrontal cortex can stop developing between the age of 25 to 30. So that's kind of major. That means that decision making has been delayed for a lot longer in certain people. Potentially me, who knows? But I don't know. I'm just I think that's revolutionary.
That's wild. I think that changes a couple of things.
Yeah, it explains a lot.
Yeah. Maybe too much. I think I have to journal tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Huh. I don't know. I had quite a bad I had a work dinner on Tuesday and got really, really drunk.
Do you like
Not
your
in a
coworkers?
fun way.
Oh.
I yacked by the end of the night. It was bad.
In front of
And
the
I haven't
coworkers,
yacked.
back on your
Oh
own.
no. Oh no. I have a bit more class than that.
Okay.
I went home. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But yeah. And then that's just sort of shifted everything and set me back. And I was just like, wow, isn't alcohol killing my brain cells and stuff? Should I keep doing this?
Something to consider.
Yeah. But I love me a silly little drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this was no, just two of my coworkers were retiring. So it was just bottles and bottles of soju. I was just
Yeah.
I just wanted to take a whole major baptism for the retirement and just wash themselves away in soju. It was, yeah, a bit much. But yeah, that's where I'm at mentally.
I feel you.
Yeah, the booze, the moon.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Tony pointed out that it is lunchtime in London. So basically, you're either having breakfast in America, you're having lunch in the UK. If you're in Asia, you're having dinner. That is all of the world, essentially. No, I mean, it's not, but run with me, guys. Hello, Kiran. Congratulations on your newsletter. We got so many newsletters, so much exciting reading and writing because all of us love to read and write, and that's why we're here.
Exactly. It's a community of reading and writing.
Yes.
Super cool.
Yes, sir.
But it's a grub club. Brekkie, lunch, it's the grub club. Globally. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
What's your food of the month? Do you have a food of the month?
What month is it?
Oh, okay. Well, we're literally on the last day of August.
Yeah.
So what's your food of August?
So I found this cafe and hello, Sophie. Hello. Good morning. We're so happy you guys are here joining us. Hello, Alexa.
Hello.
Um,
Hello.
so my food of the month, I actually have one this month. So basically, I found this cafe in Bombay. It's in Bandra. It's called Boca, and it's brand new. It's the hot spot. Like literally, my father will send me like paparazzi videos because like celebrities, and they're always in Bandra. Like that's the spot to be. And so like they'll just always be like paparazzi videos of celebrities. And like 3 weeks ago, I actually went to the cafe. I walked out and I saw the paparazzi and I got scared. I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't want to be in the shot. I'm not looking too good. Like, I was really scared. And then they saw me and they were like, you can cross. Like, get the fuck out of here. We don't want photos of you. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. But I was so startled. I didn't like look around to see who it was. And it turns out like it was a really big actor whose name I've forgotten because this isn't my line, but it was like someone big.
Wild.
At that cafe, they have this thing called Turkish eggs, which is basically like this wonderful like garlicky yogurt, and on top of that, they have 2 poached eggs, a lot of chili oil, some rosemary maybe or dill, I don't know, a couple of spices, and then they give it with sourdough bread, and it just tastes so good, and it keeps me full.
That sounds really good.
It is really
Wait,
good.
I thought you don't like eggs.
I don't.
Oh my God, like, food of the month, eggs?
It's more so like I'm not one of those people who's egg obsessed, who's like, I love eggs. I need to eat eggs every single day. I eat eggs because they're easy. To explain this, guys, as a child, I had an egg allergy. So that's why I have an aversion to eggs. But like they are very quick and easy. I don't really like making them at home though, because they do kind of smell. Like I would never, especially boiled eggs. I like to eat a boiled egg at like in ramen or stuff like that, but I would never make a boiled egg at home. They don't smell nice to me.
Yeah.
What's your food of the month?
I just boiled some eggs.
As I'm insulting
you. No, I hate the smell too. So, but like I leave the door open, windows open, you know, Febreze the heck out of the place, and you know. Yeah. It's always a mess. But food of the month, chickpeas.
Wow.
Yeah. Put them on the frying pan a bit, or I made hummus 2 days ago. They're just so versatile. I'm just like, wow.
Allison Roman recently, like in the last 2 months, made a video called frizzled chickpeas, which is like a different way to say sauteed chickpeas. You should check it out. I mean, chickpeas, Allison Roman. I mean, I really like her recipes, like the 2 or 3 that I've tried. Yeah. So it's like, this might be for you since you're feeling the chickpeas. Chickpeas. Here,
oh,
this
one. Good.
I see.
Yeah. Cute. Yeah, I find it really easy to follow her recipes. They're quite nice.
Yeah.
And this looks good too. Okay, cool. I got something cute to try. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope everyone is enjoying some of their morning grub, lunch grub.
Yes. We got an update that in Australia it's coffee or tea time. In Austria, sorry. Nice. I can't read for someone who likes to read.
Coffee. You're on coffee now, right?
While I'm in Thailand, I'm on coffee, but then when I go back, I'm off coffee because the anxiety is quite high. And yeah. But like I've realized that Thailand is, I mean, I think a lot of Asia is like a very big beverage places. I love beverages. So while I'm here, I'm like, I have to enjoy, but the caffeine is getting to me.
Oh, okay. So like major withdrawals. Will you
predict? I'm not there yet. I'm gonna like mentally tell myself withdrawals are fake and they don't exist. But the knot in the stomach, she's present. She's there. She's made herself known.
Oh no.
But it's okay.
Yeah. We'll wish it away.
Thank you. Thoughts and prayers, guys.
Well, first off, are you working on anything right now? Like reading?
I just finished. Oh my god. I just finished Vagabond.
Solenoid.
No, fuck that shit. The day that happens is like let's party. Okay, I just finished
Hallelujah.
this book, and I have to say I have a hot take. This author is my Sally Rooney. Vagabond. I just read this. It is.
Anna
This is
Dorn.
Anna Dorn. She wrote Exalted. This one, which I read earlier in the summer, in May, I believe, and basically.
Oh, the tarot card one, right?
Yeah. So basically, in Vagabond, which was her debut, she's like both of these books have some of the same characters. And so in Vagabond, we have a really like self-absorbed, vain main character. She's a lawyer and she's a white girl, but she likes to rap and she gets involved with some other creatives in LA. I think you might enjoy it because like you know LA, you know these kind of people. And so she gets involved with them. There's lots of drugs, there's lots of like thoughts on fame and working a job but having an aspiration for something else. And I think she's so funny and the plots are just like I don't know, it's just I feel like there's a lot of like millennial fiction out there and so a lot of it just like I don't really relate to, but this stuff I'm like this was made for me.
I see. I mean, it sounds very LA.
Yeah,
Just like
it is.
the working and then following aspirations, having that, having it always be a side gig and like trying to make it something more. But cute, Vagabond, fun. Okay, she's only got these two books.
She has a memoir and then she's working on another novel. I don't know when that one comes out, but it's called like Perfume and Pain. It's also about LA, but like I don't think it has any of the same characters.
Okay, well, I love me some LA writing. I love that. I recently read something that I feel like not enough people talk about. Let me see. I have it here for my wrap up. But the only other person I've seen read this was CJ from CJ Reads. Is it Exquisite Mariposa? Covers whack, but is this Soft Skull Press, I believe. But yeah, it's very like LA millennial too, but it has like this almost like culty vibe to it
Yeah.
with like sad girl, depressed, you know, woman and just like thoughts about the internet and love as well, and just like what does it mean to be alive? And
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely feels like she was reading Didion and Babbitt's while she was writing this. But yeah, it just feels like very culty. Like it like deserves some kind of like underground
Like
love.
a time. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, but it was cute. I enjoyed it.
I'll check
It's a lot of
it
fun.
out.
Yeah, but now, well, I finished Roman Stories
What did you think? What's the
finally.
verdict?
It's all right.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. Actually, what's happening is I'm enjoying my talk with Monica and Kat, Kat's Field Notes and Dog-Eared Musings. Like we're having really interesting conversations about like what the book deals with like expats, outsiders, microaggressions, and how everything sort of adds up and affects all the individuals in the book as a whole. So that's been really fun. But overall, I don't know. Like I like Lahiri, but it just feels like she's not like piercing the center of any of the
Of the-
stories. Yeah, she's just like dancing, beating around the bush, and then the story stops, and then you're just like, oh my god, we were almost there. We were almost there. Why didn't you take us there, Lahiri? And
Yeah.
then yeah, it just stops short. It's like she's blue balling. Lahiri's blue balling. Yeah, maybe in the next one, but Yeah, it was alright. But tomorrow is September, and oh, putting out a newsletter in like an hour or so. But
Exciting.
yeah, I mentioned that I'm doing a Didion run, so I'm doing a bunch of Didions for September.
Um, do you want to buddy read either Run River? Do you have that one?
I do not have that with me, but I've read it before.
Oh, you have. Are you going to
Yeah,
reread
it's a fun
that
one.
stuff that you have read?
Um, I was looking into like more backlist stuff, so I have all my vintage internationals. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like a slew of like the more less popular stuff.
Hmm.
And I was just like, I feel like I don't know. Cause like there was a time when I would just like reread all of like Didion stuff. Like I read like Play It As It Plays like I want to say like 5 times. I've
Yeah.
done like Run River twice, and then Year of Met. Yeah, just like the popular titles I've done like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
What
I
Didion have you read?
so I've read. I've mostly just read her nonfiction, but like not a full collection. I've read a lot of the stuff from Slouching from Bethlehem,
Hmm.
mostly like in class. And I think we've mentioned this before, but I reread On Self-Respect about once or twice a year, and that time is coming up soon. And I mean, that's such a good essay for everyone to read. Um, so yeah, the reread of that essay is eminent. Is
Yeah,
that the
you,
right?
I think so. I think it works. What would Didion say? No, yeah, you're right. Like, I think like that's one of the like I've read that essay like a bunch of times, and I just grab something new from it with every reading.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like even from like age 16 and reading that is much different, so much different than when I recently read it like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah,
But yeah, stellar essay.
yeah. Here it is on Vogue's website if you guys are interested. It is so good. I recommend. We both recommend. It's a stamp of approval from us.
And Charles too, I think. I
Yeah,
think I sent it to Charles, yeah. She got three
yeah.
stamps.
3
That's
stamps.
certified.
Yes. A plus plus plus.
Yes. Yes. Um, so I'm really scared. I so on Instagram I asked for questions and they're all
Oh,
anonymous. I'm really scared to open.
oh, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Should I? Should I?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, first question. It's I do can you see?
It's
No.
what?
Okay, it's from what is this app called? NGL. Um, okay. Oh, okay. Dogs or cats?
So like I wasn't really socialized with pets a lot as a child. So like I'm like they're the same to me. Both are quite cute. I don't really like have a favorite.
Yeah. Would you ever get a pet in the future?
Um, Sometimes I do think about it. If I were to get a pet, I'd probably get a dog if that says anything. But it is a lot of commitment, and as Brian pointed out, I do travel quite a bit, so it's like that seems like an added stress that I'm not sure when I would be able to tackle. What about you?
Yeah. What's that thing that Fran Lebowitz says? Like, she never understands why people willingly let animals into their home.
Also that.
But it's also, yeah, it's like a major responsibility, and I'm also like not home a lot
Yeah.
to take care of an animal. Yeah. But I recently read, I sort of buddy read this with Yena from Modern Ajma, but we did The Boy and the Dog.
That's such a
And it's
cute
about a
cover.
dog. It is, isn't it? And it's such a
Yeah.
cute story. It's really sad. I think she cried at the end. I teared up. It's like
I probably would
it's
have
kind of
cried
lovely.
too. Cry all the time.
But it's like Japanese Shiloh. It's so
Oh,
adorable. So I'm like canine leaning at the moment
Yeah,
for
yeah.
dogs, but yeah. Okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Okay. Um, next. Oh, favorite book of the year so far.
Favorite. Oh, I'm gonna have to say it's tough because just the stuff that I've read recently is what's top of mind for me. But Angels by Dennis Johnson, which I just finished reading this
Mm.
month, like knocked everything out of the park for me. Then again, I'm like at this point, I'm like, I don't know what else have I read this year, but I thought it was so brilliant. It's incredible for a debut. It also does lean into the things that I'm interested in. There's a lot of like exploration of religiosity in America, and it's really dark and gritty, and just his writing is so dark,
Yeah.
and that's what it is for me. What about you?
Have we talked about Dennis Johnson? You did Train Dreams,
Yeah, I
yes?
talk about it
Or
all the time at this point. I think I want to
okay, yeah.
read through everything. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
he also has done Tree on Fire, which is pretty depressing. Jesus' Son, which is a
Oh,
collection of
Jesus,
like
son.
connected stories.
So
Yeah,
good.
also depressing. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one is it? Is it Emergency in that one? Um, by Dennis Johnson.
Yeah, you're on something.
Yeah, that one. I don't know. He just creates the like gritty America so well. Like unrepresented America.
And I
And
want to see if he had a Paris Review interview, and he doesn't. But sorry, I interrupted you.
oh no, no. That's crazy. What?
Yeah,
No Paris
right?
review editor. That's wild. Yeah. I think more people need to talk about him. Or like
Yeah,
we need to bring him back.
I'm doing
Bring him
it.
back in. Yeah. Angel's Dreams. Okay, okay. That's a novel
Yeah, yeah,
as a
yeah.
debut.
Angels is a novel. It was his debut. Really good for a debut.
Okay. I'll have to
Super
look
good.
into it. Yeah. Um, favorite of the year. That's I think I'm just gonna stand by the first book that comes to mind. It's YN.
Oh, still, wow.
Yeah, yeah. I still think about that a lot. I don't know, just like that language just feels really fresh. But also a lot of people have been picking up Open Throat, which is interesting. And I'm still thinking
I
about
just
that
I
book
read
too.
that.
You finished it?
Yeah, I did it on audio, guys. If you're looking to read a book super quick, it's 2 hours on audio, and
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was so
It's a lot
much
of
fun.
fun,
Yeah,
right?
it
Yeah.
was really good. It was just like I'm reading a lot about LA, and then to read Vagabond, like it was a good combo.
Yeah. That's brilliant. From like human perspective and animal
Yeah.
perspective. Yeah, it's crazy. And also just like purpose, I
Hmm.
guess, would be a theme too. Like what is this lion's purpose within like gender, within like what it's supposed to do, how it's supposed to deal with other people.
And the
Yeah.
world and the big death, it called it, the highway.
Oh yeah, they're so brilliant. I loved all like the little names. But yeah, and just like if you think about it for its short form factor and just like the prose and style of it all, it's like brilliant. It does so much and so little.
I
And I think it's just like really effective.
I kind of thought of it as like a an adult children's story. Like
That's
it
a good way
seems
to put it.
like a story. It's very contained. It's almost has that like fantastical element, but it's meant for like adults because the opening scene is also like what.
Yes, that line. What is the line? Um, it's literally on the back of the book, but it's like I haven't thought about. But anyway, the opening line's brilliant. It's like I haven't thought
um,
about eating a human today, but maybe I will. Something like
yeah,
that. I'm butchering it.
no, it was good. I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah. That one, yeah, that one I'm still thinking about after all these months. So, yeah. Okay. Nice. I was surprised you weren't gonna say Exalted, or because it seems like you really enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah, I thought that they were a lot of fun. Like actually, because it's like maybe Angels is my favorite novel, but it's like my favorite discovery of the year. I think is probably Anna Dorn's writing.
Cool. Now I have to check it out. I've been
I think you'll like it.
influenced.
It's a riot. A
Yeah,
romp. That's the word. That's what people like to say.
I love me a romp, especially when it's set in LA. Hey, hey. Okay, I've got one, two, three, four more questions. Um,
Let's
okay, we got a repeat. Favorite book of 2023. Did you want to slide in another?
now skip. Let's go. Let's
Okay,
move it.
let's keep going. The worst trouble you go into as a kid. Oh, the worst trouble you got into as a kid.
um.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember a lot of childhoods.
Um, I'll go. I think this one time, um, like I was riding my bike and then somehow like my baby brother was riding on the bike with me and his leg somehow like he slipped and his leg got like stuck and trapped in the bike and then like
No.
the bike fell over and then he fell over and I fell on top of him
Yeah.
and then this was like I don't know, don't ask me why, but it was like 7 in the morning on like a Wednesday and then
Yeah.
I was just like screaming and crying for help and like shouting at the neighbors to come help me because I couldn't get my like his leg was stuck so I couldn't get it out and then someone had to like get like like a lube a lubrication for like your tires
Okay.
and like just like rubbing it on my brother's leg and here he is just like screaming and crying and I don't even know where my mom or dad was but yeah someone almost called the police. Also, this was like really quiet suburbs where I was
Yeah.
living at the time, and yeah, um, like crowds were forming, like people were like standing outside their driveway, so it was like really embarrassing too. I was just like, I was like in like third grade, fourth grade, something like that. But I think yeah, when I got home and like my brother was safe and all, I got beaten. I got a beaten. Yeah.
It's funny. It's not funny, you know. Sorry, but like your story, the story that I was thinking about for myself was also kind of involves a younger sibling, my only younger sibling, my sister. So my family, me, my sister, my mother were in England, where my mother is family's from, and my cousin and I were playing with my sister, or like my cousin and I were playing, and somehow like my sister falls down the stairs. I don't know. She falls down the stairs. It's not my fault. I don't think it was my cousin's fault. She just fell because she's a child and that's what they do. And somehow her falling became like my fault and my cousin's fault. And so we're sitting down in the living room and our grandfather is like yelling at us. And mind you, like, I don't have many memories of my grandfather, but like this is one of them. And he's like yelling at us, like going in. And we're just like looking up at him, like, we didn't do anything. It's not our fault she fell and she's fine. But yeah, younger siblings are always just making our lives difficult.
They just always have to make it about them for some reason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like my baby brother decided to get his leg caught in the bike. Ugh, are you
yeah,
freaking kidding me?
exactly. Like he should know better. What was he doing?
Yeah. 7 in the morning in a cul-de-sac. What's going on? Okay, next. Is everything okay? I'm worried about you.
Oh,
I'm okay. Are you okay?
yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah, we're both fine. If anyone was
Thank
concerned.
you.
Yeah, thanks for the concern. We're okay. Yeah, yeah. I've got water. I'm in good
Same.
company. Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers. Cheers. Okay, great. I'm glad people are concerned for us, though.
It shows they care.
Yeah. Okay, last question. Is it true?
That we're the best and the brightest?
Yes. Yes, for sure. And that concludes Q&A. Hydration is king. For
Yes.
real. Yeah. We got a cool agenda today. We've got the decline of social media. We've got fall fits. We've got ooh, are you working on a fall TBR as well?
No. And like I can't even imagine, I can't even like physically grasp that it's fall, but at the same time, yesterday I decided, I've never done this before, but yesterday I decided to listen on YouTube to like a Gilmore Girls autumn playlist.
Oh, yes.
But like
Yes.
it's like it's summer, but I'm not gonna lie, 2 times, and like I'm in like Asia right now, where it's hot. I mean, it's hot everywhere, most in the northern
Yeah.
hemisphere. But I've like woken up twice in the morning, and I've gotten such back to school vibes. It's kind of chilly in the morning. There's that crispness in the air. But to answer your question, no, I don't have a fall TBR yet.
Okay. Okay. But you got the Gilmore Girls playlist going.
We're ready. Yes.
Yeah. I've been thinking about rewatching that.
Oh, I rewatch it
Should
all
I?
the time. It's like always in the background somewhere.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was it's gonna be in the newsletter, but I talk about it a bit. I want to watch Felicity. Have you watched Felicity?
That is a movie from 1978.
It's a TV show by J.J. Abrams. But it's about a girl. I watched this like TikTok about like
1998?
yeah, I think that's about right.
Okay.
But it's about this girl. Her name's Felicity. She like graduates from high school and then does her first year at NYU as a freshman. That's what it's about.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was just thinking about that like idea, like what if I had moved to New York when I was like 18, 19?
We can't even open that like can of worms. I think about that all the time. I don't want to go there. That's not what today is for, Nathan. I'm sorry. We gotta move on.
But I want to go there.
I mean,
For fall at least.
It like weighs on my mind often. I think about like, what if I had gone to college in New York?
Yeah. But like think okay, no, don't think about it. But like NYU freshman year.
I saw. Did you see that TikTok as well? That there's like nothing like being a freshman at NYU and like walking around.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Did you send that to me? I forgot. But okay.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think we saw that.
yeah. But then yeah, that like put me in a deep hole. And I was just like, wow, regrets. Big moon.
Yeah. Emotions, Pisces, we're there.
Yeah. Oof. But okay. Should we jump into this article?
Yes,
About
but to answer
social
your
media.
question, yes, the meeting minutes will be circulated within the group. Everyone, please, like, eyes on the prize. I don't even know what MCU is. It's probably
The
some like
Marvel Universe?
it's probably some like whales, like something whales related. We'll see. But yeah, Wales is better than NYU. I'll give you that. Okay, so yes, we're talking about literally the Atlantic should pay us how much we've been talking about them.
Yes.
Oh, it is Marvel. You were right. I don't know anything. I don't even know what constitutes like Marvel. Like, what's the other one? Like, they're the same to me.
Like big blockbuster superhero hits.
Yeah, like that other universe, and it's one and the same.
But yeah, the Atlantic. This video is sponsored. Honestly, though,
Yeah.
That would be nice, you know. Pennies. I'd take pennies from the Atlantic. Why not?
Mhm.
But yeah, age of social media is ending. First off,
It should have begun.
what was your first like first impressions? Like, what was your first foray into social media as a lurker?
Yes, I was a lurker. So I didn't
Like,
have a
did you
my
have Facebook?
yeah, I had Facebook, but I wasn't allowed Facebook until like senior year of high school for whatever reason, something like that. I got Facebook late. I did not have MySpace at
When
all.
did you get a flip phone or a
I had
smartphone?
a cell phone from a very early age. It might explain a lot about me. Like I had the chocolate cell phone. Like we've been connected for a while. What about you?
Okay. Um, I think it was beginning of high school. I got this thing called the Clam. It was a flip phone from Virgin Mobile. It was
Mm-hmm.
horrendous. Um, and I got a MySpace.
Wow.
Um, yep, had a playlist and everything. It was great. Um, yeah. Actually, one of my first friends on MySpace was a magician. A female magician. Anyway, I think that's another story that I might have to another lifetime. But yes, and then like also heavy on AIM Messenger. You too?
Love to see it. Love to see it. And I also had MSN for the British people here. Like I had that because of my cousins. So
Oh, cool, cool. Were you
yeah,
talking to like friends more or like relatives?
friends mostly, but like I don't know, like two cousins. Like I don't know.
Ones on MSN. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, I got a Facebook. I want to say like junior year of high school, but didn't really use it. Really just to like snoop on high school people that now I don't even care about.
Yeah, yeah.
And then really took off with Tumblr as a
Oh
Tumblr
yeah,
kid.
I love. Honestly, I was thinking like, should I make a Tumblr again? Like,
Yeah, bring it back.
right? Like I don't know. It
Bring
just
it
seems
back.
fun.
Yeah. Wait, but you were a lurker, right? Did you actually have like a Tumblr and
I had a
post
Tumblr,
stuff?
but like I wasn't like a Tumblr famous person. Like it was very like small.
Yeah, yeah. Were you like writing sad poetry
No,
and
no, I don't think I was writing anything. It was very much so like image based. But
okay.
let's bring back Tumblr.
Yes, because it like basically does everything that we are interested in,
Yeah,
right?
it's very visual.
Yeah.
It's great.
Written music. Yeah, it was a time. It was a time.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, and then when did you get an Instagram?
Um, like 2011, maybe. I think it tells you right on IG. It lets you know that stuff. How do I check that?
Does it tell you? That's spooky.
I think there's a way to look in your settings, but they make it so complicated. Settings and privacy, account center. I don't know. This probably isn't that interesting for people, but I've had it for a long
Oh,
time. We've been like on.
yeah. Did you
Go ahead.
did you ever feel like you needed to like seriously post stuff? Was like what was the first time you felt like you could use Instagram as like more than just a place to share pictures?
What are
Like
you
it
asking?
could do something. Because like I recently had a talk with a friend not too long ago about like her if she had started Instagram early, she would have been in like the pool of like Brittany Bathgate and like these
Hmm.
early Instagrammers who are now just like major influencers just sitting on bank.
Okay, I do kind of think about it, like, okay, so I just checked my IG. I got it May 2012, and you can find that up if you go into your account settings, about your account. Anyways, I have thought about, like, had I started a blog first, right? Because that's, I think, very much so related in this conversation about influencing and about the age of social media. And in some regards, I don't really think he talks about blogs that much. I actually think there's a lot of things that he missed out on in this article. But I do sometimes think about, had I been brave. And I don't think that, because I used to spend a lot of time, if we're talking about like social media, like it wasn't for me just like Facebook or whatever. Like I spent a lot of time reading fashion blogs. Like that's where I would go to. And I do think about, had I been brave and done that, like, because if you were early and you stuck it out, I do think that you could have gotten to that level. So yeah, I think about that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that like he didn't delve into sort of these like, not that blogs were niche, because I think as like the internet was growing, there were just these, like the database wasn't there, you know? And these blogs that blew up were just like moments and pinnacles of cultural exchange, but like cultural gathering. I want to say like Tavi Jevinson and
Yeah,
what she did with like Rookie Mag and everything. Yeah. And that just like created such, I want to say, a cultural shift in what it meant to be a girl online, fashion. And then when she was doing like Fashion Week too, I thought it was like mind boggling that like
yeah,
the online world was meeting into the physical world,
yeah.
that it was creating opportunity to be offline and make something of yourself. Kind of crazy to think about. Yeah. And that as like, I would guess you would say, um, the physical manifestation of what he says, like social media. Um, he says like in the second paragraph, never meant to be a natural way to work, play, and socialize, though it did become second nature. But yeah, I mean, if you think about all the moments that you've been lonely and went online to like seek comfort and shared interest and stuff in blogs and stuff, then, you know, if you could bring that space online to offline, it's a beautiful moment, isn't it?
Oh, it
And
definitely is. But I don't think
yeah,
that when I was that age, I don't think I was, one, I don't necessarily think I was aware that I was lonely. I think I was just more so like, my IRL friends aren't interested in this. And somehow I was finding online that there were people who were interested in like fashion and art, but I wasn't engaging with them because I didn't feel
mm,
comfortable doing that. And I think it's like, now I'm able to have a YouTube video channel and talk about books on the internet. And like, now I'm actually seeing like, oh, my interest, I'm able to speak about that online and form community. And, like you and me have FaceTimed, like Kieran and I have met in person. I met Sophie, like you've met Sophie, like, you know what I mean? Like that stuff is happening, but it's only happening now because though I was a very online child and now still am a very online person, it's only now that I'm willing to engage with it in that capacity.
yeah. Like, what made you like, what brought that engagement out and made you like express yourself in this way? What brought it out of yourself?
So I think people don't know this. I think I might have mentioned it in one of my very, very early videos, but before starting a booktube, my friend and I did have a YouTube channel, and it did not garner a lot of viewers, like subs, but we did that for like about a year. And I think that experience, because I did it with like my best friend and I wasn't alone doing it, probably gave me like the courage and the knowledge about like how to do it so that I could do it on for like booktube. And in some element, I do think I'm also like, I have been someone, I like entertaining, like I like being able to make people laugh. And I think like booktube allows me to kind of do that. But at the same time, I don't think that would have been possible had I not like forayed onto YouTube making videos with my friend. Like that was a necessary step to get to here.
Yeah. Was that also BookTube, the account shared with your friend?
That was just like living life.
Ooh, cute. Wait, do those videos still exist?
Yes, but that's mum's the word, you know? Like we'll talk about that offline, off the record.
Gotcha. Okay, very interesting. A few paragraphs down, he says social networking involved connecting, not publishing. So that totally takes out the whole blog sphere.
Well, I think it's like, okay, in some regards, so I did some research. Not much, guys, but I looked into this guy. He's like 46, so that makes him an actual millennial, I think. But I had a few complaints with this article. One being that I do think part of that goes into like who the readership is of The Atlantic. Maybe they need more hand holding when it comes to explaining like what the internet is and like what social media is. But I felt like this distinction between social media versus social networking, to the author, it was very important. To me, and I don't know about what your thoughts were on this, I thought it was like, who cares? Like, whatever. It's like, so what? Social networks,
Yeah.
social media, like, I don't think it was that interesting.
Yeah, I think maybe his interest came from the idea that like 20 years before, none of this language existed. So like 20 years for him then is like what? In his 20s? Like in his 20s, he never, yeah, that like he never, this language didn't exist for him. It's kind of wild to think about. Yeah. But for us who, I want to say like kind of grew up online, that like yeah, I don't see much of a difference, and I don't find like the what entomology or the difference between the two is really that crucial. But yeah, he did bring up some interesting ideas about like the purpose of social media, and that purpose isn't there anymore. That like it's a place to socialize, but are we socializing? Are we actually using it as a tool to communicate? But then he also goes into saying that like we communicate too much with it, which that I don't know what that means. What do you mean? What are we communicating too much? That's a weird thing to say.
Well, I think his complaint is that like now with social media where everyone is like a broadcast channel, I think it's social media turned you, me, and everyone into broadcasters, if aspirational ones. His real problem is the fact that now anyone can have an opinion, voice a thought, share a hot take, regardless of if it's actually lukewarm, and people feel entitled to a response to their response. So it's a bit of an echo chamber. That's what I think he was getting towards.
Mm-hmm. And then to sort of piggyback off that, do you find that there's an issue with the echo chamber?
Well, I think the issue is that like it kind of goes back to my complaint from last time about the difference between like content versus art. And he has a line here where he says content used to mean satisfied, with a difference when pronounced differently. And I think it's just like the issue with the echo chamber situation is that like maybe a lot of it's becoming repetitive. Hold on, I'm reading Kieran's comment. I think the age of social media is over, and the fact that it's probably going to stagnate. Obviously, with TikTok, there are still new social media companies, but now the landscape has settled. Okay, see, I actually think. Okay, first of all, let's backtrack just a second because we did just kind of dive right into this, which is great. This came out in November 2022. And to get a little bit more context for you guys, because I do think this is interesting how we stumbled across this. I was scrolling on TikTok, as you do, and I saw a video of a man talking about this article. And I would have to say that the editors and the journalists involved with this of The Atlantic did a great job in naming this article. The age of social media is ending. That is a really great subject line. And though I'm not an active reader of The Atlantic because I'm now only seeing this in 2023, I was hooked that I went from the app to their website, actually only with the knowledge that Nathan and I were going to talk about it, and I did read the article. Anyways, that subject line is so interesting, so engaging, because that is something that I think about. But this video on TikTok was actually some guy talking about whatever this article is about and then using it to advertise his app, which I think is called Stitch, which is somehow supposed to be great because we're all going to connect and be laughing in stitches or whatever. But that's how we found this article. And so I thought that this was actually going to be a conversation about the age of social media is ending. What does that really mean for us? But really, it was just the author kind of complaining about how social networking has become social media. Everyone's a broadcaster. And going back to Kiran's point, I do think that we're seeing some shifts right now in social media. I think things are stagnant, but I don't think that they're going to stay at this level. I actually don't think that the landscape has settled. I think we're gearing up towards a shift in some capacity because IG is dead, been dead, so dead. In the graveyard. The graveyard, no one visits it. Like, it's over. Wow. But still, we're posting on it slightly in a different capacity. TikTok is where most of our attention has gone to. But personally, and I know that Nathan and I have spoken about our TikTok habits before, I've been on, I'm talking so much, I'm like choking on my spit. I've been on TikTok since pre-pandemic, and I think that I have gotten to a point where TikTok does bore me, even though it is so compulsive and so easy to still watch it. I find myself annoyed with the content on there, and I think that social media has, and it's hard to make this argument because in many regards, it is through social media that we're able to have this conversation, that we have become friends, and that's wonderful. That's great. We love the opportunity to find community, but social media has become advertising. Everyone is an influencer. Everything is an ad or an opportunity to monetize. And in some regards, because of the space and age and time that we live in, people do need to find alternate sources of income. But in many regards, if everything you're looking at is an ad, whether it's from an influencer, an individual entity, an actual business with their whack-ass content, or the app itself, like, it's not engaging, it's not fun, and it's not escapist. That was a really long monologue. Nathan, I'll allow you to sit with that. Everyone in the comments, take a second, come at me, let me know. But I have lots of thoughts on social media, and this article just wasn't it for me.
Yeah. Please don't choke on your spit.
I know.
I'll let you cool off. No, I mean, it goes back to your last live about AI, and if we did that thing where we needed all this translated work and more marketers, we don't need more marketers. We don't need any more marketing. We don't need any more ads. And then if we have this like major influx of people becoming ads, what is truth? What is honesty? Will there be a fine line in being able to tell like what is real, essentially? Won't get into that. But yeah, I mean, I think right now social media is dead in the sense that the landscape is dry. The earth is crumbled and dry, and it's in a drought, and I'm not exactly sure where it goes from there. But like, I want to say Instagram is essentially what Facebook was a decade ago, and it's become that. Yeah.
It's embarrassing to post on Facebook, so, on Instagram.
But also, if
And
you are posting on
yeah,
Facebook,
I don't know why people are posting on Facebook. Like, I go on Facebook once a year. I'm so sorry if you're in the comments and you actually do use Facebook. I'm sorry if this is upsetting you. But when I go on Facebook and I see people my age posting on Facebook, I'm like, what are you doing? Don't you have a life? Why are you here?
but very important to mention that because I feel like Facebook is so slow in its sort of like digital landscape, while TikTok is like incredibly fast. Just like consumption of that is like really scary. We have these like really polar landscapes of what social media is. What happens? Is it a rubber band that will lose its stretch? What will snap? What will happen? It's a really strange space. Um, and yeah, I like what will Instagram be within like an, not even like a decade, but in like the next 5 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, people have been saying they've been saying it for a couple of years now. In some regards, that it's almost like pointless to say. But like, I have some of my younger cousins and their children who are like a lot younger. Like, they're not using Instagram at all. They're not posting. They have an account. They're lurkers. These kids are hard time lurkers, but they just don't use IG in that capacity. And I think what's connected to this conversation about like community and social networking, social media, and the social landscape and blogging is newsletters. And that connection is not self-interested advertising for my Nathan and Kieran's newsletters, but rather, my sister and I were discussing it. Newsletters are just a return to blogs. I'm like, calling a spade, is that the saying? But that's just what they are. It's just, once again, we're going back to blogs. And instead of like actually going on someone's website, or like there used to be those services that would like accumulate all the new blog posts, you're just getting that sent directly to your inbox, just a missile from someone you're interested in. And it's another way to form community or to have, a following. But we're just like, the cycle's reverting, the wheel is still spinning. It's the same wheel, just slightly different like wrappings.
Yeah. So essentially, we are going back to Tumblr, just in the newsletter format.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we're doing interesting things. I think
Or is Pinterest the new Tumblr?
ooh.
Because it
Uh,
has a visual element, and we've sent each other TikToks about this, the like staying in and like making a Pinterest board, and both Pinterest and Tumblr are so image based. However, Pinterest has started posting videos on it, which do really annoy me, and I don't like it when I come across a pin that's actually a video or a
Video,
slideshow.
yeah.
But there's a lot of similarities there, except for the fact that you don't have that like interaction.
Yeah, yeah. The interaction's a bit less. I feel like there was just something so personal about uh Tumblr because you also had like messages. You also had anon. There was a way to be able to talk to people and actually form relationships, not just sharing images and music and like text posts too. Like you can actually talk to people within the messages, and I think that's what made it so special. And also because though I don't think the search engine was that strong,
Yeah.
you could find everything based on your own interests and then follow sort of like these mini newsletters and yeah, create your own little club.
Is the problem that ad revenue is driving the content? The Mr. Beastification of YouTube is right, but it clearly generates click and thus money. If you need to pay bills, you're going to want clicks. Yes. However, I think about this so much and it grates me to no end. And I wish someone at Instagram, excuse me, Meta, would listen to me, is that I wish Instagram had a function to eradicate ads. I would pay for an ad-free Instagram. Now, I recognize at the same time that I'm a different consumer than most people. I don't find things from Instagram ads. I never have like bought anything from an Instagram ad, but I would pay for an ad-free Instagram. Like, that is music to my ears. Why don't they offer that? I know that's not necessarily related to Kieran's comment. That was just an opportunity for me to talk about my great business idea for Instagram. But the real problem with all of this is the fact that these tech businesses have created a business model that relies on advertising because they're unable to actually monetize things without advertising, which is YouTube's big problem. For those of you guys who haven't read Mark Bergen's Subscribe, Like, Comment, he dives into YouTube's, and for those of us who make YouTube videos, we should all read it. It's like our Bible, I guess you could say. He talks about how YouTube was unprofitable for many, many, many years. It's only like recently that maybe they've turned a profit, but the only way they were able to do that was through advertising and, selling ad spots to companies. And ad revenue driving content is a huge problem, and you see that especially in media, in which that's why so many like let's take for example Vogue, because I may have worked there at one point. Their content, their online content is not, there I am using that word content, because it's not really that much journalism per se, because a lot of it, in order to get those clicks, you have to have, this is what Kim K's wearing, this is what this person's wearing. It was very like celebrity driven. So you would get a lot of drivel, but you needed to get those clicks because you have companies who want your articles to get clicks because they're paying for that and they're expecting certain results. So ad revenue is ruining everything. Ads are the real blight of our society, not smoking, not sitting, not paper straws. If those of you guys haven't seen, paper straws are worse than plastic straws. The real problem is advertising. No, but maybe I should. That sounds like a great name.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking so much, Nathan. I'm like really sorry.
No. I think this is a subject that we've all been thinking about, but you especially. I mean, I think every day we talk about how Instagram is dead. Don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And shitification, that is such a great, wait, how do you spell that?
Oh, also it's really cool because I'm in Thailand right now. So like when I Google, because they use like the Buddhist calendar, I believe, when I Google articles, like this one from Wired, January 23rd, 2566 BE. The first time I saw that, I had a heart attack. I was like, what simulation am I in? What's going on? Like, I was freaking out. Hold on. Tony, is this what you're talking about? Is it the article? Hold on. Let me get rid of their newsletter, their baloney ad for their publication. Yes, this, right?
Okay. I thought it was a book.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a book too. And I was like, let's get that. Like, Amazon, where you at?
I typed it into Goodreads. I was like, why isn't it showing up? Okay. Oh, I love that. Here's how platforms die.
Yeah. Changing how a platform allocates value, combined with the nature of a two-sided market where a platform sits between buyers and sellers, holds each hostage to the other, raking off an ever larger share of the value that passes between them, which is Instagram's real problem, because every time they make a baloney shift, they don't consider the consumer, the follower, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have a book as well. Okay. So we're moving and grooving. We're getting to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Oh, he has like lots of books on things like this.
Don't you miss when ads were just billboards on the highway.
Well, I really believe what was Lady Bird Johnson, who the beautification of America was her project and got rid of them, like such that no new billboards could be made. The current ones could stay, but they would go into a state of like they can fall apart, and then they wouldn't really fix them. That was like her project. That's what I learned in history.
Putting her education to use.
Yeah, the Highway Beautification Act was her little project.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what I think about every single time I see a billboard.
Or like a digital ad. Yeah. Just like, let's get rid of you. And you too. But yeah, what happens when the person becomes the ad, though? What do we do with that?
I think it slowly erodes the trust you have in that person. Now, understandably, we're talking about a parasocial relationship, but I do think a small little nugget of like doubt starts to form. But that could also, yeah. I do have to add that like I am someone who's very like, I'm not necessarily the most trusting person in some regards. So that's like very much so my take. Others might be more susceptible to influencer marketing.
Yeah. Also, like if I think it's easy to see when like it's a product that they believe in or not.
Mm-hmm.
With how like the only person that comes to mind is like Brittany Bathgate and how she uses like Vestiaire all the time. And it's like, yeah, a site that she uses because she's always like hunting for, you know, archive stuff or like older pieces and stuff, and it's such a great space for that. But like I think it's easy to tell when they're like either reading from a script or if they like actually believe in the product. But it's like this odd. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go
it's
ahead.
Just odd. That's all I wanted to say.
No, I was gonna say is I think there has to be a really good like alignment between brand and influencer brand, like the influencer, the talent, because otherwise it feels really off. Like there are a few influencers that I follow who are kind of like run in the same circle, and they do an ad for like an Uber competitor kind of thing, and I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Like,
yeah,
you know, but like Brittany Bathgate and Vestiaire, that makes sense. Like she shops there a lot. If you were using their product beforehand and then you get on it and you do it, fine. But at the same time, and this is what I would love more knowledge on. Well, not really love, but like from a gossipy love capacity, not like I actually really want to be working and figuring this out, but how many of those influencer-based things actually do traction into sales, like in the regard for Vestiaire, which is like people would have to download the app, they have to make an account, and then they have to purchase. How many are actually converting, businessy words, from Brittany versus those who wouldn't? Do you know what I mean? Like that's...
Yeah. Let's ask her. Let's ask Brittany.
Yeah.
Is she converting people? Yeah. But no, yeah, like identities have to align. There has to be some kind of alignment through it all. It just can't be, yeah, like an Uber competitor, just something random like that. And yeah, and then I think, yeah, within those alignments, you can kind of tell like when it's working and when it's not working, and yeah. But going to this article, oh, I loved this bit. I'm so behind on my Flickr.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever happened to Flickr? I thought that was really funny. It was just like, did people use Flickr? I feel like most people who had a DSLR used it as just like a portfolio
Well, the
in a
thing
sense.
to me is that like sometimes when I'm Googling things or like trying to find photos for stuff, like sometimes I will somehow end up on someone's Flickr page from like 10 years ago. Like their stuff is still showing up in search.
Which is a good sign. Like, and I'm surprised that like Flickr hasn't like gone under. It's like still a place that exists. Yeah. But I left the line that followed after. He was like, "What does that even mean? I recall wondering, but now the answer is obvious. Creating and consuming content for any reason or no reason. Social media was overtaking social networking." But yeah, it's going back to this sort of like creating and consuming content and this overwash of it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I I mean that base going back to episode 2 of our live, but it's like, yeah, it's that weird space of there's way too much content and so little art. Is that true? Or are investments?
I read a review that I skimmed it, okay. But I got the hot take from it and I'll send it to you, but I won't share it on here because it would get me in hot water potentially. But basically this reviewer was talking about that issue about what happens when art, something that is labeled art, is actually just content. And the author was talking about how the art in question was very like algorithmically produced, as in like she's like, this has the buzzwords, this has the themes that are super like hot for the TikTok, YouTube algorithms, and this is not art. This is pandering to the algorithm. And she's like, it's kind of a shame to call it art. But I do that was what you're saying made me think about that, like that question of how much art is there actually in the content that we're saying.
Are we talking about Yellowface?
No, no.
Okay.
But Yellowface
Okay.
kind of does do that as well. Do you read it, right?
Not yet, not yet. But
Okay.
I
Like
mean, do I
Yellowface.
need to?
The thing is, it's
Yellowface
so
has the buzzwords. It's a buzzy book. It's
yeah,
basically Netflix like binge content, is it
yeah,
not?
yeah.
But I'm wondering like, does Rachel F. Kuang it, I mean, I haven't read Babel, and that sounds like really, really intense. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she's like incredibly smart. I've listened to an interview. She's like pretty smart. But yeah, is like, are the literary elements in it working?
The thing that's like very interesting to me about like the Yellowface discourse, is that I've seen a lot of people on IG who I don't think of, who wouldn't necessarily like call themselves readers or like people who are reading with the volume that we're reading, and they're reading it and they're loving it and they're enjoying it and they're like, this is the best book ever. And I think that's great for people to be reading and for them to be enjoying things. But when it comes to Yellowface, I just found that and they're enjoying it because they're actively like, we love the message, let's go. Whereas like my gripe with it is that I think it was very surface level and it could have gone deeper and had like a stronger critique, or the author could have removed herself from the text a little bit, because it felt like her presence was on the page and she's guiding you through it all the whole entire time. And that's why when I've seen people like speak about it, I'm kind of just like, why aren't you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah. One, you know what? I can't take that joy away from anybody. Like, like I'm
Mhm.
glad people are reading. And if you're reading, that's good. Two, It's like, yeah, I forgot her name, but she had this like really fantastic rant and review. It like a pretty good deconstruction of it. But
Cindy?
of is it Cindy? I think it is. Does
Oh,
she
it's
have
like a 40
glasses?
minute long video, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, yes, yes, this is exactly what I wanted to hear. This is exactly like what I like knew coming into the book and like watching everybody's reviews of it. But like, yeah, it's um
Sorry for the noise. I'm trying to show you guys the visual. Um, yeah, this video, right?
oh yes, yes, yes. Great breakdown, I think, of the entire book. But yeah, she was talking about how that like F Kwong was just like way too much into the text, and there just needed to be a distance and an emotional distance, so that I feel like a lot of more of like the meteor stuff could be included within the book. Then again, I'm not quite sure if that's like an editor's choice thing or something, because it is quite a buzzy book. You know, it is making its way around, and yeah, I mean, she started off of TikTok, didn't she?
I think the book might have, her first book might have blown up on
Yeah,
TikTok. Yeah.
yeah. So she's like one of those, well, not to like, but like one of those
Book TikTok
TikTok,
people. Or like,
yeah,
yeah.
creators that turned, yeah. It's a very interesting space. It's like that strange space of like content versus art. Do we have more content than art? Are we moving towards a strange space of hybrid art slash content? I don't want to think about it. It's really gross. Puts bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
But like when you think about it, like her having gotten her success off of TikTok first with her first book, and then putting out this yellow face, it's I don't know. It's interesting to think about, I think. Versus I feel like when we had writers, say 15, 20 years ago, who were just using the internet as a creative space to like transgress literature. I mean, the only person that quickly comes to mind is like Tao Lin, and sort of like the idea of internet writing. You know, I, Dennis Cooper too, to a certain extent, who also has a blog. Dennis Cooper has a
Oh,
fabulous blog. You
really?
should definitely look it up. He writes on it every day.
No way. How did I not know that?
Yeah, it's great. Um,
I
it's good
found it.
stuff.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, but it's writers like these, like decades ago, a
Yeah.
decade ago, that were just like using the online space as like a way to sort of deconstruct what literary fiction meant, like um, writing in sort of fragmented, distant ways, and just like that approach, um, and meddling it with um, like emotional distance, and yeah, and it all happened like right before I want to say like New Sincerity with our like Franzens and Zadie Smiths, and was just like a weird
Oh, are
space.
this was in their new sincerity?
Yeah, Franzen, Zadie Smith, yeah, but Tao Lin and everyone else just like happened like right before it, and was just using the internet in this like weird space, and that's why I have so much interest in that, because I don't know, me being online so much and like using fiction as a way to like write in this like weird contained space. Because Talon also had like a blog and he like wrote stuff, and then yeah, that moved into like physical format, and he just had this like really weird and interesting things between um, like online material versus like physical material. So yeah, versus now, I think moving into this like strange space of art content, content art.
Or
Yeah,
like author as marketer? Like
author as marketer.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I feel like most authors feel like they're forced to market their own books. Like they're like, oh, I guess I have to get an Instagram or like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or there was like that tiny wave of like musicians who were forced to
TikTok?
get like a TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. It was like a what? Florence Welch and like FK Twigs, just like a bunch of other people. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, everyone is being pushed to become a marketer, to become an ad, to become
Hmm.
this like, yeah,
To be like ever present and
yeah,
always available, whichever platform.
ew,
Yeah, because there is privacy and distinction between the known and the unknown is incredibly seductive. And I think people lose sight of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is a brand. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, when was the last mysterious person you've met? Does mystery still exist?
Um, wow, that's a really good question. I mean, the only way that someone can actually be like mysterious is you see a stranger pass by you. You have no interaction with them. You don't know their name. You don't know their email address, so you can't Google that. You don't have their name, so that you can't Google name and location. Like, that's the only actual way to really have a genuine mystery in someone, because it's just it's also available. Like, even if there's a mystery of like you can't read someone's mind, but I can still stalk. I can still find your Twitter post from 10 years ago and like, you know?
Yeah. Okay, okay. But do you trust people who don't have an Instagram?
You know, Charles is the only one I've met. I was actually, as you're thinking about that, the mystery, I was like, I do think Charles has that
He's
mystery
got
because
mystery.
he's not on Instagram. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah. The way I had to hunt him down, I was like,
that, I
how
think,
do I find?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
yeah. But like, if
Charles.
someone doesn't have an IG, like, because I know like part of the discourse was like on TikTok, like not having an online boyfriend is like super hot. Like, that's desirable. That's what you want. You want a guy who has like 200 Instagram followers and 0 posts. I also think that's kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
you're using your DMs, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Concerning. Concerning. But yeah. Then do you think there will be this sort of like wave of people getting offline, meaning deactivating Instagram and removing themselves virtually? Will we have
So
more people out in the world
touching
and less
grass.
online? Yeah.
Um,
Pet
well, what I
pet.
find so interesting is that sometimes I see, so like, and unfortunately, I realize how much this makes me sound like I'm on TikTok, but I was on TikTok 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure this is 2 days ago. And I saw this girl make a TikTok about how she's like, I don't have an IG and I'm thriving. And then people in the comments are like, oh my God, same. I don't have IG. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Facebook. And I was like, you fucking clowns are on TikTok. What do you think this
Yeah.
is? Like, are you dumb? That makes me so mad because I'm just like, if you're actually not on social media, that means you don't even have a TikTok. You're not the. She was making a video like bragging about how she's not using one form of social media, but it's like she was kind of implying that like the guys who were in her who would have been in her DMs aren't able to access her because she's not on IG. But I was like, those same guys can find you on TikTok, so they still are accessing you, and it's just like you either like on most of them, on like half of them, or you shouldn't be on any of them.
Right.
TikTok is
But
not the one that you can be like, oh, I'm off social media. It's like, no, that is the
it's the
media.
worst one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no, I'm gonna slide this in because it's like related, maybe unrelated. But we need to bring back the ideas of salons, sort of these like creative caves and
Mhm.
little, you know, aperitifs and just these gatherings, these physical gatherings where people can talk about art and books and stuff. I mean, I guess these lives are in a sense that, but like with food and drinks and just like the physicality of people, would be really cool. But we need to bring those back. I really want to create that. I don't know how, but I will.
Yeah, I
Don't
believe
you
in you.
worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. I'll figure it out. But yeah, just like, Gertrude Stein and like having Hemingway and uh, just Fitzgerald as well. Just like these, yeah, we don't have anything like that anymore. Except for, I think I want to say, um, oh, what's her name? Madeline Cash. I think
For,
we covered that article, yeah, where she talked about like going to parties and stuff, and like it would be her and like other writers, these like fashion girlies who like also write, and in a sense, that's sort of the whole idea of a salon. But yeah, I want to make that. Let's bring those back. I want to be that girl, that sexy girl writing stories and partying.
yeah.
Yeah, because like, what was it? Like, everyone made Babbitts out to be a ditz, but she was incredibly
Well,
smart.
she would have. I think she played into that as well because it does work in your favor to have people
Yeah,
underestimate you. Always have
yeah,
them underestimate you.
yeah, yeah. But then they came with like they left with that, you know,
Impression, yeah.
an impression, and I feel like yeah, a lot of people or the people that she was surrounded by really saw her as that. When really, you know, she was incredibly smart. She was like going home, using them as material, and like
Yeah.
creating great stories.
Well, I also think part of the difference, and then this is why you're to like use Joan Didion as the foil almost, is that I think Eve Babbitts didn't really care what people thought of her, but Eve Babbitts also came from an artistic background, whereas Joan Didion was very conscious of how people perceived her and actively created her image with also the knowledge that like her parents were more working class and she didn't have that artistic background, so she had to like act and have people perceive her as being more intellectual than the background she came from. Whereas for Eve Babbitts, her parents were like, her father was like an incredibly gifted musician, and her mother was like an artsy like hostess lady. Like they had different backgrounds, and I think that informed how they then presented themselves in the circles they were running in.
Yeah, two different philosophies of how to be a woman,
Yeah,
and that's why I love them both. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But yeah, we need to go back to the salons and um, yeah, create art and talk about it and philosophize and all of that. Um, did we have anything else on this article, or have
um,
we beat it to death?
I mean, I think my final comment was also I think this article did a disservice to itself by not mentioning the growing isolation found in communities. Because I do think my final thing is that there's atomization's been going on. We know that. But I think social networks, social media, these spaces, they can be quite bad. Whatever, we can complain so much, but they do allow for opportunities for community. And I think had this article mentioned that, it would have been a stronger overall argument as well about whatever he was talking about.
Yeah. He doesn't realize that the best community online is BookTube
Exactly.
for the lit fic community.
Yes.
Because I've met some of the best people, the best brains, and yeah, yeah. He totally does not see how this has changed my
The
life.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, having met and just like talked to other booktube people has just, yeah, has made not even just like my love for reading richer, but the act of reading richer. Because, like, I mean, I think I've said it many times, but like, reading is such a solitary act. And to like be able to share not just the act, but that solitude and the stories, and to be able to like bounce back so many ideas and what the work is doing and how it like relates to one's life. That was the purpose. That was the purpose. That's what makes it art. That's what makes it like life worth living. And yeah, thanks for making life worth living.
Internet hug.
Oh yes, yes, hug. I don't know if that was too much, but yeah, I mean, I've met like incredible people, and yeah, can't take that away from me, Mister. What's your face?
Ian.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I thought it also, and note that it was ironic that he wrote this article and saying how like social media is like ruining people and ruining everything, while he was also sort of like promoting his book and using this article in ways to promote his book. So
Yeah,
do with that with what you will.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not like, I feel like it could have been a juicier article, and I'm like a little sad that we actually spoke about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been really good to chat about it, but I feel like that whatever article we read last week was like, oh, because Brandon's Substack is what we were talking
Taylor's Substack,
about. Yeah. And like that was like giving. That had a lot of meat on its bones, if you would. And like this was like,
yeah.
So sorry, maybe the Atlantic we're not
Mid.
actually good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we're not doing good advertising for you right now. So like, come back to us on that sponsorship deal.
Right, and maybe we'll say some good things.
Yeah.
Constructive things.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, that came out in 2022, right? And then we saw this TikTok, and then to see it like just like ironically play out, I don't know. It was
just a very
weird. It was a weird moment.
Experience. I mean, not really, but
No, I totally know what you mean. It's just like, yeah, it was just odd. It was just like the world was laughing at itself, and it was just like,
yeah,
outside of the joke, kind of, yeah, very odd. Yeah. Did you want to move into fashion stuff?
Yes, we're switching gears, guys. We've gone from one gear in the manual car to the other gear.
We do it all. We do it all.
Shall I start with your wish list?
Ooh, yes.
Or do you want to start somewhere else? Or do you want to lead into
No.
it?
Yeah. No. We can go in. Yeah. Not really a wish list though. It's sort of just like things I'm curious and interested in.
Okay.
Cause yeah.
Let's we get there. Do you have any fall 2023 style vibes versus, we mentioned a TBR. Like what are you feeling? What are the words, colors, hues, fabrics? What's speaking to you?
I'm into browns. Like fall hits, PSL, browns.
Yeah.
browns. I don't know. It just does my skin tone good. And yeah, nothing like a oversized brown blazer. But yeah, I'm ready for turtlenecks. I'm a big mock neck person. Ooh, I have this Paris Review mock neck that needs some wearing, so very
Nice.
excited for that. Yeah, but yeah, I'm dealing with browns, charcoals. I'm a big earth tone person. Yeah, because it's like so neutral. It's so easy to like style with everything. I mean, do you also work with a bunch of neutrals? Like, what's the palette?
Well, I think overall, I think I probably wear more color than you. Um, I don't really love wearing black, which is, I think, kind of a shocking thing to say because it's a staple for so many people. But for me, I gravitate towards white. I prefer white over black when it comes to clothing. I think it just like pops on me really well. But I also I love browns and like those neutral hues. But at the same time, I think I really gravitate towards like a bright pop of color. Like I'm wearing a blue like scrunchie. Like I like a little something that's like fun and flirty, you know?
Yeah, I really like that orange shirt that you have. I see it
Yeah.
sometimes, and I'm just like, that's really nice pop of color. Yeah, I mean, okay. I think Brittany was sort of introducing it, and then sort of this other guy that I follow is introducing it. But tomato red, how do we feel?
You know,
Like a
red is
big bright tomato red.
such a striking color. I was actually looking at some graphics on Canva, one graphic that used like a light blue and then a shot of like a bright red, and I was thinking of using that. I think red is so great, but it's not a color that I gravitate towards. Like the most I could really do with red is like red nails or a red lip. I don't wear a lot of red,
Hmm. Yeah,
but I think when done well, it is quite striking.
yeah. So if we're looking at your closet, is it like pretty bright then? Like pretty colorful?
It's color coordinated. So we're going through the rainbow.
Yeah, with no black.
Like very few. Like I have like a black trouser that I will wear because but I don't like wearing, especially I don't wear a lot of black shirts. Like
Hmm.
that's I don't have a lot of
Yeah,
those.
yeah. I mean, you can't beat a white shirt. Like,
Yeah.
I had an idea about this, but I don't know if I'll get into it. But like the whole idea of like a white graphic tee and sort of like the cultural exchange of a graphic tee that it goes to, and I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, just like you can't beat a white t-shirt. It does everyone wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, paired with like blue jeans, solid, solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, for fall, what are you wearing?
Um, I will be wearing a denim jacket. I think it's a good transitional piece in the fall, in the autumnal season. And I have these brown trousers that are like toffee hued almost. That's what I would describe it. It's a shade of toffee. And they have like a really nice, slightly oversized fit. So I'll probably be wearing those. So, okay. Yeah.
That sounds solid.
But I did make a mood board. If you want to, if you want me to lead with that, right? Because I
Oh
think
my God, yes.
it ties into the color palette we both have been drawn to for fall. Um, hold on, let me make it. Let me make it full screen. Yeah, okay. I think I did it. You can see, right?
Yes, yes. I love.
We got brown up in here. Oh,
It feels
yes.
very Mew Mew
Well, good
last
point.
season.
These are like so. This, I guess, this like this image right here. Oh, I don't know if you can even see that. This image
Yeah.
is like Prada 1999. This is Prada from their last runway, I believe. Obviously, we got Bella in autumn in
Love
New
Bella.
York doing business. And then this is like, it's called the croissant couch. I forget who the designer is, but like that's the vibe. Slightly like office wear for someone who doesn't work in an office.
She's cosplaying.
Yes, exactly. That kind of vibe. And like we've got those like brown hues. Like that's the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
The
It's
white.
very
Yeah,
hot
exactly.
and naughty. Okay, for someone who wears white so much,
Yes.
how do you how do you keep it clean? Are you or just like do you spill
You
stains?
know, I would say like so I'm maybe a little clumsy, but in some regards, like my clothing doesn't really get a lot of stains. But sometimes, like if eating red sauce pasta while wearing a white shirt or any colored shirt is not the move because when you're like twirling that pasta around the fork, sauce is splattering. Sauce is splattered. Like you think that you've been good, you're safe, and then you like get up, you go to the restroom, or like you leave the restaurant, and then you realize like you have a tiny little stain. That's the one thing that always gets me. Is,
It's always the worst with like eating here and like eating Korean food because there's always kimchi. And then, when it slips off
Mhm.
chopsticks, splashes. I'm just like, no. But this is why I wear black.
Yeah, you don't really have that problem with black, but you do have a different problem with black in the regards that like black.
Dandruff.
Yeah. But also like if you've washed a black piece of clothing one too many times, the color starts to
Oh,
fade a little bit. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. And it's like
it's
this
not.
weird black.
Yeah, it's not
And it
as
looks
striking.
so different, yeah, compared to the rest of the stuff in your black closet. But hello, Yena, asking about autumnal fragrances. Are you a big perfume user?
Um,
Colognes?
I tend to have like so, it's more long-winded, but we'll keep it short. I'm not as adventurous with scents. I'm actually not a huge scent person because I do worry about the endocrine system and the what they're putting in the perfumes, but whatever. That's not for this conversation. But uh, I kind of mostly wear if I am going to wear a scent, I wear Tom Ford's ombre leather, which I think is like good for fall and winter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Warm, spicy. Matches that couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sexier. So are you more like warm, sweet, spicy scents? Or do you have one different for
I don't
seasons?
have a summer scent. So like if I were to go out in the evening, I would still wear the Tom Ford one. Like I'm not a perfume connoisseur. Like I don't have thoughts on that. But I don't know. I kind of do feel like I need a new scent, so I'm open to suggestions if you guys have any. But I want something obscure. Like that. That's kind of my only. Thing. I know Tom Ford ombre leather is not very obscure. It's out there, but I want something obscure, and ideally, I do kind of like I guess you could say these darker scents, or like. But I just want something. I don't like floral. I actually, for me, what makes me want to buy a perfume is the description. This is actually somewhere where the copy for perfume and the bottle really sells me more than the actual scent.
Wait. I don't think I've ever talked to you about this, but uh, are you ever on Fragrantica or however you say that site?
I have looked at them. Yeah, I have seen some of their reviews and like,
Okay, way back when, really good writers. Like I want to
yeah,
say like 2012 to 2016 when I was like curious about scents and stuff. So good. So descriptive. And I was just like, oh my God, this is like a skill. To be
yeah,
able to like write that stuff is like insane. I think like food writing and like scent writing is like exists in its own plane.
yeah.
But
I
I
think
think because it's
no, go ahead. You go ahead. I was gonna have one little
I was just
aside.
gonna say like I think TikTok and sort of just exploded the interest in scents and has sort of like ruined the language that first existed on Fragrantica, has watered everything down. But yeah, there's still some good stuff there.
What what I was going to say is, from a copy perspective, I think Byredo does a really good job at writing compelling copy for perfume, though I still have yet to have bought one, but I think about it every now and then. And then the second thing I was going to say is that even though I don't wear a lot of fragrances, I actually have found on TikTok that rather than like an actual person giving a review, I've stumbled across these videos where they're like, if you want to smell like an
Oh,
old
yes.
this, and then it's like a bunch of like collage images, and then it's like, this is the scent for you. I love those videos. I followed an account that does that. One of them was like, you want to smell like a vampire's wife, and I was like, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the collage. The collage gets you.
Exactly. It's like those
Yeah.
images. It was like, yes, I want that.
Yeah. It's the Pinterestification of it all. But yes, ombre leather. Sexy. Sexy stuff.
What's your scent?
Joanne, hello. Good to see
Hello,
you.
hello.
Good morning. Oh, speaking of, I do wear Byredo. I have Gypsy water.
Nice. That was a good one.
Yeah, only because a crush used to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can we read out the
yeah.
copy as well? I mean, that's a good reason for it. Sounds like,
No, yeah, I mean, I love all of the writing. Just like aesthetically,
Yeah.
they just get it. They get it
Gypsy
down to the
water.
nines.
Gypsy water is an ode to the beauty of Romani culture, its unique customs, intimate beliefs, and distinguished way of life. The scent wakens a dream of colorful lifestyle made of innate nomadism. Woody notes of pine needles and sandalwood associated to intense amber and fresh citrus evoke the fever of gypsy nights spent in the forest. Not entirely loving that copy, but yeah.
Gypsy nights spent in the forest. No,
um,
I like that one, and I also like Mixed Emotions.
also by Brian
I have
Reader.
another. Yeah.
I don't think I know a lot about that. A woody aromatic. So you like a slightly woody, darker scent.
Yeah, with like a tiny bit of citrus, like something like yuzu-y, just to sort
I
of like
love
give it.
it. It's so good.
Yeah, I just need that like tiny bit of sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, something that smells sweet but also like a bit foresty. So it's that. But I'm also wearing Forest. This is a Korean brand, but it's nonfiction. They're on Essence. Um, but yeah, it smells like mandarin with like a bit of honey, leather, and hinoki. So it's just like this really nice foresty but citrusy blend to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, they're my go-to. I think this makes for like a big summer scent and then like easily falls into autumn because it's like warm as well. Yeah. But Le Labo,
Yes.
Te Matcha. I'm
Whoa.
basic. I really like the matcha scent.
I don't think
Which I
that's
feel like
the basic scent is to say Santal.
Santal 33, right? Okay. Okay. I don't know. I like the matcha, and I think it's a lot more subtle and secretive than Margiela's matcha. Margiela
Mm.
also does a matcha, but I feel like it's almost, I don't know, there's something fake about it.
Synthetic.
Yes, it's the synthetic. But the Labo, they do a good matcha, we'll say.
Um,
Do you like the
TBH,
Labo?
uh, I've never bought a Le Labo scent, and I think I was looking at my search history. The one that I have spent the most time looking at, it appears to be, is another 13. I don't know
Okay.
why that is. I don't know how I found myself there. I think I stayed at a hotel that used the scent, maybe something like that.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is
yeah.
your favorite scent, Roberta? Which one are you feeling from my lava? Let us know.
Oh yeah, let us know. What are y'all using to smell good?
Oh. Maison Marie's scent. Dun, dun, dun. There's just so much stuff to know in the world, you know? Like so much to keep track of. I have not smelled this perfume. Let me look at top notes. Muguet, coconut water, lemon, heart notes, Tuscan fig, tonka, agave, base notes, vetiver, whatever, amber, santal. It sounds like that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, sounds delicious.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'd eat
sounds.
that up.
No, I think it's good. I don't think it's basic. I didn't know this scent, so I think you're good.
Someone described it as a laid-back Santal 33.
Cute.
Mellow, creamy with a slight sharpness from the nutmeg accord. Ooh, sounds
Yeah.
decadent. Joanne, is that what you're using? Because wow, I'd like to smell you. Ooh, there's dill and coconut.
Yeah, I think the coconut's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on Fragrantica looking for this delicious writing. But yeah,
Tonka.
Tonka.
But the other thing about scent is that just like scent is so fascinating. Is that one smell, the same perfume on a different person smells very, very different. Like
Because
we could be,
like
yeah, because of the pheromones and all this jazz. Like it's just
yeah,
crazy.
but also like so deeply rooted in like memory too. Like scent is like so connected to memory. It's insane.
Yeah, you can say that again. I need a new scent. Oh my god, guys, I really do because I have so many memories with the Tom. I mean, not like that was just a certain point in my life. Now we're at a different point in my life. So let's get me a new scent. Something obscure, great bottle, really good coffee.
The great
Okay.
copy. We're doing it for
Yeah.
the copy.
Well, like I'll hold on. I'll show you guys the scents that I am kind of intrigued by, but I don't like. Okay. Anyways, black absinthe, Crabtree, and Evelyn. That's a cool bottle. Main accord, soft, spicy, anise, aromatic, herbal, sweet, woody, earthy. Was launched in 2015. That sounds nice, Kieran. Good. I actually have never tried Glossier U, which is kind of wild. And Joe Malone does have some good scents. Pomegranate Noir because I loved that name. So like I don't think I choose perfumes for like scents for the right reason. Like I just like decide something really broad with that. But that scent was a signature scent for me that if people smell it, they think of me.
Really? What era of Kieran was that?
That was college. That was college. Post college, like I think post college, I had like 3 years where I wasn't wearing a scent at all, and then like in New York, it was Tom Ford ombre leather, and now that I'm like out in the world, can't pin me down to any location. I need a new scent.
Yeah. Anybody know one with good copy?
Yeah, I mean, I do like I'm intrigued by. I have smelled this, and I don't necessarily think it really suits me, but the Serge Lutens. I'm not saying this nice, but this. Oh my God, they're ads for themselves. Hold on. This one, which is like Berlin, a stunning spicy and thorny perfume from Sir Delusion's collection Noir. And it's like a very like a rose scented perfume, and I don't think rose really suits me. But just like this description is like nice. A city, a history, an experience. Nothing less is required to evoke a woman whose beauty renders her as notorious as her thorny character, strong-willed, explosive. One thing is certain, she will never allow herself to be taken for a ride. She's a rose with thorns. Don't mess with her. She's a girl who goes to extremes. When she can, she soothes, and when she wants, her fragrance lifts you higher. She rocks and shocks.
This is a novel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that this one's also a really good one.
Yeah. Classic, I'd say. Yeah. Honestly, I love all their scents by Retta. Mojave Ghost, I also love.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, they're just like very unique in the way that, like, I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. I feel like there are some lines that are of colognes that just sort of just smell the same to me, or they like do the same effect. But Byredo just has a like sophistication to it, and it's just different. There's a different air and quality to it. Yeah. But
no, yeah.
Speaking of unique, have you done any like Comme des Garçons colognes? I used to be a major user of Kawakubo stuff, but like it'd be like wild stuff. Like there's one that like smelled like gasoline.
I mean, gasoline does smell good.
But yeah, but it like leaned into like these very, very, very like out there scents. But also the bottles on them were also like super cool. Yeah. There's another one that like smells just like metal. It just has like this metallic, and then like the bottle itself is just like silver all over, and just really pretty.
That's cool. Why did I not know this? Like, see, I'm such a novice when it comes to scents.
Yeah. Well, fun fact, I got into cologne because the book Perfume.
Oh yeah, I had to read that. So.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not gonna kill people, but smells are cool.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so like if the coffee bottle was good, it would convince it. It would also have to smell good on me. But if it smelled average on me, but the coffee was good, I could convince myself. Like I could delude myself into thinking that it is perfect, you know?
You're like, I'm the thorny girl. I'm thorny.
Like doesn't that sounds like it's giving like femme fatale, black and white, like she's hot, she's a man eater, she's with it all. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't think rose is really my scent. That's the problem.
Yeah. Rose is hard. I don't think do most people wear rose stuff?
I don't think so. But
I feel
I
it's
think
like somewhat out of date.
Yeah. And gasoline does smell good. Repeat. It isn't it something like that? It's like a genetic thing, like maybe or like a DNA related thing. If you like gasoline, why do I like the smell of gasoline?
Asking Google the important questions. No, I mean there's something like strangely alluring about it. And then for Kawakubo to have like recreated that scent is kind of insane. Because she, found something weird and freaky about you and then exploded it into this thing that you could wear.
But it's not even just like it is like freaky about the individual, but it's also like so plugged into modernity. You know what I mean? Like gasoline is a scent that, the guy in Perfume wasn't smelling it, He would have gone off.
Yeah. But it's like one of those things, like smelling markers, Sharpies. Did you also sniff Sharpies? Oh, did you have those like markers where they had like different scents
Yeah. I had
growing up?
those.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. We're learning new things about the people. Um, yeah, the Portrait of a Lady is also one that I hear a lot about. I think maybe their copies also actually good about the Portrait of a Lady. I hear a lot about this
But
scent.
see, yeah, no, rose works on you because you just do red so good. You do red so
Yeah,
good. Like your
you,
lipstick game, like
I was
so
thinking
strong.
of that.
Yeah. So it works on you. Okay, okay. One person comes to mind with rose.
Evoking elegance and poise. And that's you. That is you.
Definitely. Wait, is that about gasoline? Oh,
No.
rose, rose. Okay.
Gasoline does not evoke elegance and poise. Gasoline is like sleek, modern. You're on the move. You are dollar bills falling on your body. That's what I think.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool, cool. I'm seeing people love the rose.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I feel like the only rose thing I've ever used was sort of this like rose water that I got from Morocco. And I really loved the smell of it, but I didn't love it on me.
So it just maybe it's just like compositionally with you not suited.
Yeah, yeah. Different body oils. Yeah. Oh, but for fall, you'll be in London, right?
Yeah, I'll be there mid-September.
Mid-September. Crazy. What's September like in London?
It's nice. It's good. I mean, it's not as like New England, I think, is the best for
Oh, yeah. Hands down.
fall. Like the leaves are just so good. But like London gives vibes. It's just not the same.
It's not
Um,
Gilmore Girls.
yeah, it's not Stars Hollow. That's for sure. Nope. I kind of like oud, I think, because it gives like that like muskiness. I'm into it.
Ooh, what do you like on a man?
Um, something hot.
But
I
is
think
that like musk? Is it like cinnamon? Is it like a spicy
cinnamon.
scent
What man
or
wears cinnamon? Who's wearing cinnamon?
huh?
Who's wearing cinnamon?
I just meant like spicy
Oh,
scents.
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those. It's okay. It's kind of like like when you go into Abercrombie, or like when you would go into Abercrombie and you would like smell that smell. And I was like, oh, like the kind of like it's like a man should be wearing that. That's a scent. But like I don't know like the names of like I don't have a like oh like I'm gonna get a boyfriend and I'm gonna get him this scent and he has to wear it. Like I don't have a go to like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you.
What about you?
That makes sense. Um, Same in the way that like when they know they have like a good cologne on them and it just works with their entire identity, that's hot. When there's
Yeah,
alignment, I think. Yeah. Yeah. When
that's
it
the
aligns
word
perfectly.
of this episode. It's like alignment. We need good like
Yes.
brand influencer alignment. We need good person scent alignment. That's why right now I need a new scent. I need to align the things like where I'm at now and like what scent is gonna meet me here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what?
aesthetically, like what would you like?
Okay, hold on. Let's do one thing at a time. I mean, I just want to smell so fucking good on me, like gold. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like something. It's like mesmerizing. It's stunning. It's one of a kind, and it's just like it's not something that's And I know that's so annoying, right? To be like, I don't want a common scent, and that probably says more about me. But like, I want something that's like, oh, like I've not heard of that, or like, oh, I didn't know, you know, not Baccarat Rouge, which is a lovely scent, but I don't want that.
Maybe it is the gasoline then.
It might just be like, honestly, like that sounds like the Matrix to me, and I think that's the great vibe.
Yeah. I usually look into it. Like if you go into a CDG store and they have like the clones and stuff, just sniff through. They're really interesting. Like it's like some of them are kind of bonkers, but
Well,
they're
I
like
saw
a
like
lot of fun.
one called Concrete.
Yeah, and it smells like concrete. There's like this coldness to it, but like this almost like stone matte smell to it. Like if a smell could be matte, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
And the bottle's like great. It's like literally made of concrete.
Okay, I'll look into them. What kind of coffee would you want your man to smell like?
Write that copy, Kieran.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how I like manifest this. Okay, hold on. What's a really famous like men's cologne scent?
Um,
Let me get the inspo. Okay, Vogue has 30 of the best colognes for men to try, 2023. Share screen. Okay, we have. Okay, this is the Enduring Classic. Oh, I hear. What's his name? What's his name? I sent you his video, and you were like, "I'm so not interested in this." The guy from Jersey who makes the TikTok videos, and he wears like American Eagle, and he's like, "Guys, I'm out here in the American Eagle polo and the cargo pants, and I'm wearing the Dior Sauvage or whatever." Like, what is it? You probably I've sent you one video, and you're like, "I'm not into this." What is his name?
Wait, doesn't he have a YouTube channel?
Does he? Might, I don't know. I should
There's a
just.
guy that like wakes up at like 6 in the morning. I don't know, someone else.
I don't know. I don't know. He does like the
Okay.
style kits of like what he's wearing, but he wears like such like college frat boy, like early 2000s clothing. And then he'll also do like, hey guys, you all recommended that I check out this drink from Starbucks. So like, here I am checking out this drink, and I got myself a cinnamon latte, and I like it. It's an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
not gonna get it again, but I did like it, guys.
I remember. Okay. Yeah. Yikes.
Right? Like, so
Yikes.
he wears the Dior smell. So let's check out that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's your man.
Well, no, it's just like there's something about his content that I find so endearing. He's not my man, but I'm like, sweetie, like she's like an angel. Okay, so a radically fresh composition dictated by a name that has the ring of a manifesto. That was the way, whatever, creator wanted it. Raw and noble all at once. Raw and noble, that's kind of nice. Natural ingredients selected with extreme care prevail in excessive doses. I don't like that word excessive. Radiant top notes burst with the juicy freshness of bergamot, blah, 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 unleashes a powerfully woody trail. An act of creation inspired by wide open spaces and ozone blue sky sprawled across a rocky landscape, white hot beneath the desert sun.
That's pretty man to me.
It's giving almost biblical, but I don't know if this is my man.
Are you looking for a biblical man?
No, but don't you think like a blue sky,
With the Jesus sandals.
a rocky landscape, like that's desert sun, like something about that is giving. It's given a lot. Okay, so this is Ralph Lauren. Sophisticated, mysterious, tempting, cool silver, musky patchouli, blend with a burst of juicy iced mango for a bold men's fragrance. Okay, let's also look at the Chanel one because that's also on this list, and we got it in the comments as well. Powerful and refined, reveals the essence of independence and determination, a timeless scent with a strong masculine signature. I like powerful. I like that word. I like determined, powerful, determined, and what else was it? Yeah, I like powerful. I like determined. What about you?
I mean, that's pretty hot on man. Power and
Yeah,
determination. Hell yeah.
that's what you smell like. You just smell like power and determination.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Looking at this list though, I have worn Margiela's Jazz Club,
Oh,
which is
okay.
like, yeah, smoky, rum, sweet, dark. It feels like a long night out. Um, but yeah,
Hold on. I realized, guys, when I was switching to tabs, it doesn't take you guys with me. I'm sorry about that. Vibrant pink pepper, warm rum, smoky tobacco leaf, and sweet vanilla blend to create a long-lasting and smooth fragrance cocktail. Yeah, that sounds nice.
yeah.
Inspired by the scents wafting through a Brooklyn jazz club, this cologne brims with sweet notes of open cigar boxes, old leather bar stools, and fine aged liquor. I think that's also quite manly and nice.
Sign me up. Sounds like a couple of good old fashions, honestly. But yeah.
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed, you know. Ah, this is nice too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I used to be sexy.
You still are. Your intro, sexy readers. Let's go, Nathan. Don't forget who you are.
Right. Oh, right. That's right. Right. Reading is sexy, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be colognes, but now it's reading. Um, Finance bro though. I mean, if he's bringing, you
Well,
know, bread to the table and is providing enough where I can like host my salons and gather artists, um, yeah, have my book clubs with wine. Well, hell yeah, sign me up.
more than just a finance bro. For me personally, I like someone with their own business. You know, I'm not as into someone who works a corporate job. You know, that's
Yeah, yeah,
distinction.
yeah. Who could probably get more of the vacation days than, yeah, I get it. I get it. But okay. Oh, what do you like on a man?
Clothing wise, or still
Yeah,
sticking with
clothing
sex?
wise.
But you know, it's so hard to say because in some regards, it's almost like if
Like, do we like streetwear? Do we like the finance bros? Do we like?
mm, I don't think I'm into like someone who's like a hype beast. That's not it. Um, I don't know. I don't know. This is so hard. You're asking me so many questions. You go. You tell me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I mean, it kind of just aligns with the whole like fragrance answer. It's just like if someone understands their style.
Yeah, that's the answer. That's the same. That's why it's so hard to like. You know, it's just like has to
Yeah,
fit the person. If they have, I think if you have a point of view, whatever that point of view is, like whether it's the scent you're wearing, the clothes you're wearing, that's incredibly attractive. And
yeah,
it's hard in some regards to find people who have a strong and defined point of view.
yeah. I like a person with a point of view. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it is. Yeah, we need more people like that. But yeah, if they like fully understand, like if they're beyond trying things out, buying fast fashion, like really investing in things that like they feel comfortable with. Like I have a friend, he calls it his ethos. I'm not calling him out because what he does is like brilliant, but he has devoted his life to just wearing La Mer. So everything he has is just La Mer, and that's
And you
his
know what?
ethos.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Lemaire is nice. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
Yeah. And that's his identity. It's like brilliant. It's like everything works together. It's kind of insane. Like from seasons ago. I'm just like,
Hmm.
whoa, it's crazy. Yeah. But I don't know if I could just like indent
Commit to
myself into like, yeah, to single brand. Unless you like fully religiously believe in the brand. Which I think Lemaire does have, like,
I think I could commit to Prada.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
But who's Prada?
The like now Prada. Like,
Oh, okay,
I,
okay. That's sexy.
yeah. But it is hard. I don't know. Something to reflect upon.
Yeah, yeah. Because I always claim that I'm a Celine. At heart, I'm a Celine girl. I swear. But of course, could never afford
Yeah. I mean, Celine obviously is very nice, but I don't think I could commit,
it.
which is
Because
why.
of, yeah. Why?
I don't know. I just think it's like
Too boring.
slightly.
It's,
I was going to use
yeah,
the word
yeah.
practical, yeah. Whereas it's like, obviously, she created a way of dressing that is like what the modern woman wanted, and it's applicable in more than one space. But I think just Prada just has a slight sexiness to it that I like.
hmm Yeah. I mean, if we're leaning into sexy, Miu Miu. I'm a Miu Miu girl.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like Miu Miu now. Yeah. Although archive Mew Mew, like from the 90s, oof, good
Yeah.
stuff. That's some hot stuff. But yeah. But yeah, love your mood board. Um, do you have like pieces in your closet that are oriented towards that, or are you like looking to buy new pieces?
Um, I would like
Or
to
how do you
buy.
buy stuff? Because I saw your wish list in your newsletter. Fun
Yes.
stuff. I loved those basketball shorts with the flower. We need to get a
I was
visual because I think that is so brilliant.
Yeah. So I'm not a big shopper actually. Like, I don't shop a lot. I look a lot,
Uh-huh.
like a decent amount, but I don't shop a lot. I don't think I've bought like one piece of clothing all year. Two actually, two. And there's linen trousers that I got when I came to India because it was really hot and I needed linen.
Buying out
Um,
of necessity.
yeah, exactly. But I think like I would like to make some purchases before the end of the year. It just depends. Depends on what's happening. But yeah, what about you? What's your shopping ethos?
Um, well, not as self-controlled as you. But I will say that like I have these like forever pieces in mind. Um, I think I mentioned it in a video before, but that Jacques coat
Yeah,
has just been like, yeah.
continue. You
Um,
have things that shopping regrets, things you wish you'd bought. Yeah,
things that, yeah, exactly. And things I've like thought about for years
yeah.
on end. Yeah.
The ones that got
Um,
away.
I kid you not, happens every day.
Hmm.
But um, no, I mean, if I see something that I like, I'll think about it like a lot and see how it will be incorporated into my closet. And if I can like at least have it paired with like 10 other fits, then it's
10
like,
is a
okay,
lot.
yeah, exactly. That's why, because it's like, it's not that I have a capsule wardrobe, but I love to like center things around, yeah, just like that I can wear almost like all season, throughout like the entire year. Yeah, I know. So I'm like very picky, but like if I know if I like it and I really like it, then yeah, I'll get it. But that's like doesn't work when it comes to bags. I'm just like really bad with bags. I love bags. I'm like if Carrie Bradshaw shoes, bags for me.
That is so interesting. That explains. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't pick up on that because obviously, like you do talk about your bags quite often in your videos. It didn't click.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. But I have one shoe. I do the Phoebe Philo, Stan Smiths, the whole philosophy of the one shoe. I
Yeah.
just have a pair of Stan Smiths. That's it. That's all I need. Are you a big shoe
Wow.
person?
Um, I have a small shoe collection, like a sneaker, a going out shoe, kind of similar to you, but I'm not as like devoted to like Stan Smiths, but just like I have a very small assortment of shoes. No, but then I do have sling bags, and then I do have, but it's not. I'm not a shoe person, but like I have more shoes than I do handbags. I'm not a big handbag person because
Right,
my
right. You mentioned that.
my budget's not there with the handbags that I want. But shoes are more of a necessity, I think, because I have to
Mhm.
walk places. So I have more nicer shoes and I have nicer bags.
Gotcha, gotcha. I mean, practicality, which is like kind of crazy to me because like when hearing you talk about like fashion, you like enjoy all these colors, but you're also a minimalist. Would you describe yourself a minimalist in terms of like the items that you have, but like a
Yeah, I have nothing.
maximalist in
I
color?
have nothing. Like I really like we were talking about this, like what I brought with me to India. Like I bring 10 things. Of those 10 things are probably like that's why in some of my videos, I don't know if people have noticed, but like I wear a lot of the same things. Like I really like go through phases and really use something up. In some regards, my sister says it's kind of a problem because, you know, I like when I'm into something, I'm really into it. But it's like I'd rather work with less than have too much and not wear any of it.
Exactly. I mean, that's like the worst thing when like you have these things in your closet and then they're like never worn. You just sit
Yeah.
there for what? Unless it's archival.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have like, the dress that I wore to my graduation, high school and college, like those are still there. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, like you're a minimalist and I love that. But like maximalist in colors, which is
Yes,
fun.
I think that's a good way to put it. Especially when I travel. I'm very like light traveler because I dislike carrying things and then realizing I didn't wear it and I didn't need it and I wasted all that time and energy dragging it around wherever I was going.
Yeah, yeah. So the reason for like no bags.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's just like I don't like I like to be hands free as well. I think that's also what it is. So it's like you just have a phone, your chapstick, your wallet. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's good. I'm the opposite in that like I have to carry everything. Like I need my tissues, I need my mints, I need my Lactaid, I need my True Limes,
Yeah,
because
you and
yeah,
Emma.
my Tide to go. Yep, yep. True influencing. But it's like yeah, but it's also not just for me, but like sometimes when I'm out with
Other.
my friends,
Yeah.
things happen. Things happen.
You're prepared for all situations.
Yeah, yeah. I've got that abuela infinity bag that just like there's just everything in there and never ends. Yeah, I'm here to save lives.
Yeah. You're doing God's work.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, do you have like a wish list for fall at all, or like looking to?
I have a wish list. Well, actually, guys, if you didn't know, my newsletter had my wish list. And if anyone wants to buy me anything, I would gladly accept a 5.9, almost 6 mil condo in downtown Manhattan. that's what I would really like for fall. Fall's just around the corner. My birthday's just around the corner. Everyone, please put your pennies together. Okay.
Let's all chip in, y'all.
Yeah, yes. Please do God's work and give me a house. So this is the fit
Cute. Yeah.
that I'm liking. The problem is, like, the real problem, this is only available in one size, in large. And then the skirt, okay, the skirt's a little bit better, but like, I can't find this on their website. This top, I think, is so good.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the silhouette of it.
yeah.
How does it, is it like button, zipper? How's that put together?
I think it's, well, hold on, let's read. Straight neck, concealed button closure. That's nice.
Okay. Yeah.
100%
That's
wool and 100% cotton. That's another thing that I look at the fabrics composition before I buy.
Yeah. It's important.
And then the second thing that I'm interested in is actually a handbag. And it's just a fun little cutie woody, like.
That is so fun. What is that made out of?
It's ceramic.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, ceramic.
That's wild.
PVC. Well, I guess so. It's PVC that looks like ceramic, and they're calling it a ceramic tote. But I just think it's like, I love this, the materiality of the bag with the like hardware chain and the ribbons. It's just the juxtaposition of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. What would you put in there?
I don't think you can
A single
put
chopstick.
your phone. Yeah, it's just like your chopstick and your card holder, maybe your keys if you're lucky, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's gorgeous though. Like, crazy that's PVC, but it looks like ceramic. It's
I know.
insane. Boggles the mind.
Alrighty. Are you ready to walk me through?
Oh yeah. Not a wish list, just things I'm thinking about.
Food for thought.
And yeah, yeah. But oh yeah, wanted your opinion on the boyfriend boxer shorts, oot and a boot. What are your thoughts?
I love it. Hold on.
Yeah,
I think they're so good. I mean, I think like a sort of menswear, like a cheeky menswear out in the daytime is good.
yeah. Like on a girl with like an oversized shirt or like a whole PJ fit.
Yeah.
I can see it. I love it. But what I think I like about this is that it plays with the elastic band, and that it like literally looks like boxer shorts.
Yeah. I think that's very clever.
Yeah, it's cute.
Let me switch to this tab. Okay.
But would you do that? Like, do you have a pair of like?
So I don't have any that are this short. Sorry. This long. Like, I have some that are like the Frankie shop had so with that like orange shirt they have like the shorts that go with it. And those are too short. They're like where her knuckles are, I feel. And I do those, but I actually don't wear shorts that often, but I would wear shorts this length. But I wouldn't wear them like shorter than that, really. But so I would wear this. I do think I'm down. But I don't think I would style it the way she has with this like cropped thing. Like, I don't like that look.
I was like, who's the stylist?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think, like,
can I ask you, do you like the styling on Essence?
Yeah, I do. Do you?
Really? I feel like sometimes it's a bit bare bone.
Yeah, it is bare bones, but sometimes when they actually like When they mix brands, I think it's nice.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. When it's just like a single brand though, I'm just like,
Yeah, then it's kind of boring.
it's not giving. It's not
Yeah.
giving anything. Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking boxer shorts. They look great on women. What about
But else,
boys? Does this
I
work?
I think it does. Like, I don't know, he's pulling it off. Is this the link? Yeah.
Yeah. This is Instagram. I think he's based out of Russia.
Cool.
But yeah, he does these just like fun, boyish fits. I appreciate. What are your thoughts on Birkenstocks?
I'm with it. I have no issues. I really like the JW Anderson ones.
Ooh.
They're like very sleek and cool and clunky. But in person, they don't. They're lighter than what they look like, so I don't really like that. I think that if something like looks like it should have weight to it, it should have weight to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But I like how he sort of plays with that. Sort of like, I guess, is the word expectations? Or
Yeah,
he plays with form in that, like, he plays with this lightness, heaviness. Um,
I think that's a good point.
yeah. But we like this. Do we like this?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think he pulls it off really, really well. I don't know if I've seen like if I know like someone in person, like the people I know. I don't know if the guys I know would be able to pull this off.
Yeah. I think you would have to work with like a very specific aesthetic, I think,
I think the Birkenstocks
perhaps.
are a good touch with it. Like,
Yeah. Definitely like relaxes everything. But then
yeah,
the blazer, I think,
like makes it
puts it
seem like
together.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Something I've just been thinking about, meddling. I'm not sure. Um, I think I'm in my shorts era because it's just too hot.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
can't be
fall,
bothered.
but it's still so hot out.
Yeah. Um, so you talked about a denim jacket. Do you
Hmm.
think every closet needs a denim jacket? Is it a good staple?
Yes and no, because I have more than one denim jacket. I have three.
Ooh.
I have one that's oversized and distressed. I have one that is cropped and the color is like slightly faded intentionally, and cropped and oversized. And then I have a third one, which is like more of a boxy, classic, like jean jacket, but it has embellishments by this artist in from Canada.
Ooh,
So
fun.
definitely a staple. But I think it's like it depends on like the style and the fit. I think now I probably out of all three of them, the one that's cropped is the one that I get the most wear out of.
Yeah. I think everyone's been enjoying like cropped shirts, cropped jackets. That's the move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I've had denim jackets, but I've never like truly loved them.
It's
I
hard
think
to
it's
find it.
because of the blue.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Yeah, I just don't do that denim blue very well, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
This is
I like it because it's brown. It's brown, it's distressed. It plays with sort of workwear and sort of yeah, like that it's cropped too, but I think I like it on other people more than I like it on myself.
have you tried it?
I've not. I might try it on this weekend, maybe.
Okay, well, let me know how it goes.
Yeah, will do. I'll send you the pics.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
just like
it's cool.
it is, right?
Hmm.
It has like a modern taste to it. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. A denim jacket for me always like comes in and out of fashion. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just that I'm not a big denim person, I think. This year was the year where I found like a pair of jeans that I like actually loved and like actually looked good on me. And of course I bought them in like three different colors.
As you should.
It's awful. It's awful. But they all look great. They all look great on me. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's that thing of like finding the right silhouette shape for your body.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, denim is tough because there's so much out there, but it's like so many different cuts and styles and hues, and it takes time.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean like I think like finding your style is like it's such a long process.
It's never ending.
Exactly. Exactly. But who can afford that? Who can
That's
afford the
so.
never ending? You know, it's like when you invest in pieces and stuff, or like you're buying clothes, it's just like everything that accumulates, it's like it's costly
And it's also
to
sometimes
work on this self.
yeah, and it's sometimes even still after years of shopping, despite thinking of like an article of clothing that will match with 10 of your fits, like you will still make a mistake. I've made a mistake, you know, and it's mind-boggling. It's so annoying. Like I tell myself I'll be better, I'm making progress, and then you get something and then you feel remorse, you feel regret.
Yeah. Okay, wait, biggest fashion mistake.
You go first and let me think about it.
This might be a hot take. Doc Martens. It was in my Tumblr soft grunge era, but it was not worth all the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bled for 6 months.
Oh no. That's
Yeah, it
bad.
was that bad. Yeah. And this
Is
was
it 'cause
also like stuffing tissues.
yeah. Is that because
It was
they're hard
bad.
to break to break in?
I don't think they are for like other people, but for me personally, it was just, yeah, it was awful. But yeah, like my ankles, bloody. It was awful. And I don't know why I put myself through it for 6 months.
That's crazy. I would have stopped wearing them after one go.
I know, I know. I
These
think
are
I was
mine.
just so committed. No, really,
I
not
still
the
own
sneaker
my pair.
wedge.
I still own them. But
You know, you don't have to hold on to regret, Kieran.
well, it's just like I at this point, because like I've had them for a while, I think it's kind of just like it's the archive. It was a
Okay.
moment.
I mean, they did have a moment. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who legalized these?
I don't know. I think I got away with some wild shit when I was younger.
We we should bring up those photos. I want to see. I wanna see.
I don't think I have photos. I don't have photos of them. No, 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 no.
Oh, okay,
There's no
okay.
evidence of these, but they're
No
there.
evidence. Gotcha. Wow. Okay. What color?
I think they were black.
The black ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a choice.
It was, yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move past that. We're into the future.
You're right, right. We're working with the present day self. Yeah, this it's out of stock. I think it was from like 2 years ago, but this like cost wrap shirt. I mean, I love when
Yeah.
a basic thing does a fun thing. I like this creator's I said creator. I like this guy's. I like the fit.
Yeah.
They got fun fits. They play with masculine, feminine, and does it in such like really interesting, refreshing ways. But
No. Oh,
yeah,
I like.
yeah, I love. You can probably do that to any shirt. I can
You
DIY
probably
this.
could.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah. You like
But
cut the side and then you would like gather it and then you could probably from the inside like pin it or tie it
use
or
a
something.
rubber band.
Yeah. Like very
Yeah.
DIY.
Yeah. But I'm a big cost person. Just minimalist, utilitarian, easy to pair with everything. But it is boring. We'll say that. But
It's good for
costs.
like the basics, like for
Yeah.
like everyday things you need.
Yeah. What do we think? Do we like it, or is it a DIY?
I think you should try to DIY it. Like why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Because
think
it's
it
out of
is.
stock. They're not going to bring it back, right? They
Yeah, I
don't
don't
really.
think so.
Yeah, give it a try. Like this weekend, that's your project.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Many white shirts. Yeah.
Clock clip.
Yeah. I think I talked to you about this, but using, oh, I didn't send the pictures, but the same guy who's wearing the boxer shorts uses the hair clip to sort of like scrunch up and crop his shirt sometimes.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I just thought it was cute. Just like a cute way to accessorize, but also, again,
Yeah,
playing with like the form of usual
the clock.
silhouettes. Yeah, yeah, with
Yeah.
a claw clip. I like this brand's claw clips because they're fun, they're funky.
They're like
Um,
whimsical.
yeah,
Oh gosh. No, that's so cool. I've never thought to use a claw clip for something other than like your hair.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you ever like when you do use a bag, do you ever like put it on the strap of your bag? I think
Well,
that's
I
cute
don't
too.
wear claw clips, so I do think that's cute. But it's like since I don't wear them, I haven't like had a
Yeah,
chance to do that.
yeah. But yeah, Winona, Irene, they do fun, fun clips. Yeah. So I'm thinking, maybe do a fun one or find like a classic claw clip. Who knows? But
I think a fun one, like a cat one or something, like because it's still black, or even this one, which is like neutral hued. I think it would like add like a touch of whimsy to your fits.
right? Yeah, that's what I like about these clips. Um, but yeah, it's a fun, cute idea,
The dragon fruit one is so cute.
right? The colors on that, so
Yeah, I like
cute.
this one a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, they're based out of LA. Super cute.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, things I'm thinking
Oh my
about.
god, could you guys not see my screen the whole time? This is the one I was talking about.
Yeah, the colors on that's so great.
Yeah.
So cute.
Cool.
Yeah. But cool. I'm glad brown exists in both of our
In
sort of
our
mood
fall
boards.
vibes.
Yes. Pumpkin spice lattes, Gilmore Girls, New
Yeah,
England. Yeah,
let's do it.
yeah. But yeah, it's September 1st.
Is it September 1st for you? Is that our time difference is 2 hours? Has it
Oh,
happened for
right,
you?
right, right. Yeah, I'm in September. I forget. Bangkok, you're 2 hours
I'm
behind. Right, you got
still
2 hours.
in August. I don't know.
Better find like hello. Better transition. Love to see New Kiran. But oh, it was fun. Um, yeah, it's midnight for me. Any
Yeah,
closing thoughts? Closing ideas?
perfume copy matters. Alignment matters.
Alignment matters.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah,
Yes.
alignment. Subscribe to our newsletters. More newsletters. People, please
Yes.
write.
All the newsletters. We love to see the people writing the good word.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And reading too. Everyone, thanks for reading. Yes. Okay, thanks. Always a
yes.
joy.
Thank you.
Covered
Thank
a
you guys
lot.
all for joining. It's good. We'll do
Thank
this
you,
again
everyone who watched. Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, you'll probably be back in London, right? If we do another one.
Yeah. Next week I'll be in Bombay, and then in 2 weeks, London it is. I know.
Crazy, crazy. Oh, I forgot that. You're going back to Bombay. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. But yeah, it's so sweet. Always a joy. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Bye, Yana. Love you.
Okay.
But yeah. There's the
Bye,
piece. Bye. Love y'all.